look into your eyes, dear, it's got me holding back the dry tears. When I look into your eyes, when I look into those eyes, when I look into your eyes, dear, and I know that I'll be fine here. I can read between the lines. When I look into those eyes, we could hit the sky if you want to. Say you wanna fly, then I got you. Tell me all your feelings, I got lost too. We don't need a thing when it's me and you. Need you to be real when it's real about you. I don't got the time to be playing with you, to be playing with you, to be playing with you. I don't care what they say, we don't gotta wait. We could fly away. Maybe I'm delusional, something out of usual. Maybe you're just beautiful, but all I know is when I look into your eyes, dear, it's got me holding back the dry tears. When I look into your eyes, when I look into those eyes, when I look into your eyes, dear, and I know that I'll be fine here. I can read between the lines. When I look into those eyes, baby, let's ride. What you gon' do? Hit the blue skies. What you gon' lose? Know you feel this too. Need you to be feeling how I feel about you. I don't got the time to be playing with you, to be playing with you, to be playing with you. When I look into your eyes, looking all I looking all I when I look into your eyes, looking all I looking all I
can be dangerous, not in a way that'll make you smile, but one that'll leave you paralyzed. Know you screamed, it won't come out. I can be reckless, leave you in pieces bleeding out, make your body shake a cold shiver. There ain't no way out. Don't you want someone who makes the blood flow? Don't you need someone to steal your heart? Just need someone to keep a tight hold. Thinking about it, I could be the one. Everybody's talking, telling me I'm paranoid. I don't wanna break the monster, he's the one they want. Everybody's coming crazy, flames and pitchforks. They just want the beast inside me, he's the one they want. Everybody's ready to see just what he could do, risking it all to be brave and say the girl gon' save you. Oh, don't you be foolish. You better seek yourself. The person you find inside might start to look like someone else. You need someone who makes the blood flow. Don't you need someone to steal your heart? Just need someone to keep a tight hold. Thinking about it, I could be the one. Everybody's talking, telling me I'm paranoid. I don't wanna break the monster, he's the one they want. Everybody's coming crazy, flames and pitchforks. They just want the beast inside me, he's the one they want.
Dude, that was So In Love by Velvet Horizon. Let's go.
This was a certified banger.
Go. certified banger. Go! Certified banger. Let's go! Certified banger. Go! Certified banger.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I ain't one of them, ain't no lover boy. I got hella friends around the way. We be making noise, I'm so arrogant, yeah, I know. I'm so five sure, I ain't calling you back, oh no. I'm out with the boys, cause I'll be on choosing. You try to change my ways, I guess. Baby, just cool it. It's gonna be hard days, I bet. At least I'm honest. You shouldn't wait around. I ain't gonna hold it now. I'm trying to tell you now. I'm trying to tell you. I'm just saying. Baby, find you something safe to play with. You don't know what you're asking for, it's dangerous. Don't fall in love with the cover, read the pages. This game gon' have you calling, tears balling, you going off. Patience, baby, wait your turn. I might start showing off. You playing the dangerous game with me. You playing the dangerous game. I'm just saying, baby, find you something safe to play with. Cause you don't know what you're asking for, it's dangerous. Don't fall in love with the cover, read the pages, the pages. We must with somebody that's gon' have you going crazy. No, I ain't got problems, I got options, I'm just saying. I just play the game, when I press go, I get more money. Honestly, I ain't been keeping score, I just keep going, I'm just saying. I told you I ain't the one for you. You needed me to be one too.
Check, you guys hear me? Check, 1, 2.
Like, don't you ever? And you know just what I mean. Don't belong with somebody like me. This game here is dangerous, high key, girl. I'm just saying. Baby, find you something safe to play with. If you don't know what you're asking for, it's dangerous. Fall in love with the cover, read the pages.
Oh yeah! We gon' get started for today.
I know that we besties, but you like me. Ooh, you look so good in my white tees. Girl, you got you straight.
Oh my goodness gracious! What is going on, everybody? How are we feeling today? We need at least the 100 bonks in the chat. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. How is everyone doing today? We here on a
This was a certified banger.
Tuesday. Let's get it. Hashtag Jeep Chaos. That's what I'm talking about. We should get like a for one of the sound bites for the live stream. I should have one of those like beep beep. for the Jeeps, I should have like a beep beep. in celebration for the wonderful Jeeps. So how is everyone doing today? How is everyone's week so far? We got some bangers to listen to as per usual. Let's go.
Song of the stream.
I need some new sounds for this because it's starting to get a bit repetitive with all of the bonk bonk. I love the input delay on that shit. Oh my goodness gracious! For some reason, my live stream doesn't update like as good as it used to on my phone. I think it hates us. What's going on? What's going on? We weren't chosen, we were forgotten. What's going on, Eshka? What's going on, Sour Note Symphony? What's going on, Julianos? What's going on? Who else was here? Blah 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 blah. Class assignments, which is AKA we weren't chosen, we were forgotten. Let's go, Julia. 2 weeks paid vacation time. That's what's up. That's what's up, dude. Hell yeah, man. We don't got that shit around here. Damn. So, before we get started for today, a couple things. I'm still... what's going on, Kyron? Kyron MSK. It's, for some reason, you linked to a Discord post. It didn't work. So, it said that this link is no longer valid or whatever. If you could re-upload your submission onto like a private SoundCloud link and resubmit it using the form, that would be preferred.
This was a certified banger.
So, I will, as far as the first thing that I wanted to say is the Sample This event live stream is going to be happening soon. I'll keep you guys in the loop. Still don't have a solidified day yet, so I just wanted to make that a PSA. You're goddamn right. I just think of Walter White saying that. So, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, if you haven't submitted already too, the links are both pinned on YouTube and on Twitch. So definitely be sure to hit those links and fill out the form. If for some reason it's acting weird, sign into Google, refresh the page. It should be all good. So before we get started, I always go through how the live stream works. So we have two different tier submissions. We have Discord subscriber submissions, which is $3 a month. I think after fees is $4 a month. And with that, you get a more in-depth review regarding the mixing, mastering, production side of things, and we listen up to 5 minutes. So if you're interested in that, join the Discord server. It's free to join the Discord server, and there's a channel in the Discord server that says server subscriptions. Click on that, and all the information will be there for you. And we also do have free submissions. Oh yeah! For the free submissions, we listen up to 1 minute 30 seconds per track. And with that, you still get a review regarding the mixing, mastering, production side of things. It's just a little bit less in depth. If you're interested in that, submit using the form that's pinned both on the blah, 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 blah. Well, you get the idea. Anywho, we're going to get ready for today. Let me shut up and let's get right to the reviews. Bow, 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 bow. Walter. Yeah, exactly. I am the one who knocks. That, what a legend. You know, I finally finished watching all of Breaking Bad not too long ago, and holy crap, that show is peak. I ruined it by watching a bunch of YouTube. So the problem was that I got into the show from YouTube Shorts, and I knew all the spoilers by the time I was like interested to watch the show. To like go out of my way to watch it. So I kind of ruined that for myself. But me and my fiance, like we both watched it, and it was peak cinema. Alternate Jesse, we got a mud. Exactly, dude. So first, we do have a donation submission. We do have Julianos. So this says, "What's good? Still working on the mix a bit. It's been around 12 hours in total so far. I respect Julianos, like for some reason keeps track of exactly how long he's been working on a track." And I've never like I respect people that do this. Like I don't think I was like, don't get me wrong, like if you're working on something for like a day, you'd be like, I worked on it for like a few hours or something like that. But I was never like, all right, clocked in 3 hours this day, 4 hours this day. I've never thought about that. This was the moment Jesse rolled in mud. Yeah, dude. Yeah, this is the moment that Jesse started driving a Jeep. But anywho, we're gonna get started with Stoned by Julianos. I'm interesting. El Monte frozen burritos. Okay, interesting choice of beautiful custom art that you've bestowed upon us. Let's get to it. Oh, you won't be able to hear this. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. How about now? Can you guys hear this now? Awesome. There it is! That was done by Julianos. Let's go. That's worth at least a few bonks. More than that. Let's
This was
get
a
it.
certified banger.
Cool track overall. Just updated my link. Appreciate you. Let me see. Awesome. Yeah, I got you. Hell yeah. Awesome. Let me just double check this link works real quick. Just so that you are aware. You rock, dude. Got it. So I'm going to put you where you were in line, which is right there. Okay, cool. Cool track overall. First off, love the energy of the track. I love the sound design. The synths sound huge. I love how wide this record feels, which is nice. yeah, made Neshka fucking wait all the way till the end, all the way to the very end. You're like, Neshka, you're gonna be wondering where the hell your tag is, but let me tell you, I didn't forget that shit. I didn't forget that shit. That was a statement made by Julianos. Julianos made a statement having the tag at the very end right there. He was like, that's the last thing you're gonna hear. Minus some reverb tail at the end there. Yeah. That's right! Love the energy of the funk record here. Ton of fun overall. He dropped that mic. Yeah, he was like, boom, he dropped that shit. Overall, I love the energy, love the synth sound design. The drums are knocking up front. Reverb tail is my stripper name. See, overall, I love the chopping of the vocals. I love the drums are nice up front. The bass is nice up front. Sounds dirty. I love it. As far as critiques go on this, dude, I think this sounds really solid. As far as mixing, what's your plans? Just out of curiosity, because as of right now, it doesn't sound like it barely needs anything. I would say that the filtering that you have going on here, so when you do drop down the filter, you have to be careful that you don't take out too much of the high end, because like typically speaking, when you filter something out like that, you still want to have something that's not entirely filtered, or else, because a lot of the times when an instrumental does something like this, right, like usually there's like a vocal on top to still have some of those highs. So I would recommend still having the vocal chops here. Maybe chop them up a bit differently here. But don't run them through the low pass. And I feel like you could come back to the full I feel like you can make that transition, because it feels right now, right, it just feels like you just took a knob and you just like turned it down and then turned it up, which, don't get me wrong, that's cool and all, but I feel like you can make, when it goes back to not being filtered down without the high end, you can make that as a cooler drop to go back into the like something different, right? The time ago, but I will never do that again. Oh, rapping, Julianos, what do you mean? Like, because I like the way it, like, it's fine when it goes into it with the filter, but it feels like the transition back to the regular without the filter on it just was a bit boring. I feel like you can make it cooler. Same thing here. Like, don't filter the vocals here. And you could even add some trippy effect on it that like delays. That would be cool. I love what's happening, because this just feels weird that there's just almost all of a sudden there's a huge lack of all those highs. And I hear that you're slowly, cranking it up, automating it back. I love the boof, 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 and then the sub bass comes in. I love that I can hear the sub bass, Julianos. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Nice. This shit sounds huge, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Let me run the polls before I forget, because I know me, and I'll forget the poll. And then Neshka's gonna tell me you forgot the poll, and I'm gonna be like, damn it, you're right, I forgot the poll. But as far as like how to continue this, like, what else do you need? Is my question to you. Like, yeah, you could maybe extend certain parts, like I love that. Maybe if you did like an effect with the I would turn down the a bit, because they're a bit louder than your drop is when the sub bass comes in. Maybe you can even fuck around with like panning it, so it's like or some shit like that. What's going on? Ooh. But like,
Julianos.
and then you end on the I don't know why that stresses me out. That's just a personal thing, but I want it to end on on G. Because you just have it ring out on just like, it's like when you play a chord without it, like, because like think about like because you want it to end on but if you just like let it like just like sit, people are gonna be so strapped, like and then you just leave it. That's how it feels. Like you want the doo-doo. But other than that, dude, like I can't think of anything else. Julianos. Let's see, bro. Some songs and like my relationship's unresolved. Oh my god. Strange one. I'll bet that was a weird Google trip. Oh man, did I miss something? Oh yeah, slang for elite. Yeah, I personally never used like whatever that was, the 1337. I never really learned it, but I really can't think of anything else, dude. Like it sounds pretty damn fucking good, man. Like it's really not missing anything other than like small tweaks, and dude, that shit's ready to go. That's what I'm talking about, Julianus. So hell yeah, dude. Love the fucking energy. We're starting this live stream with fucking funk music, which is what I'm talking about. Oh my god. So next we have, so we're getting to the Discord subscriber submission. We have boom, 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 boom. That's what I'm talking about. This is It Seems I'll Never Truly Care About My Life by Strange One. Strange One. We need some pep in your step, dude. We need some I want next song of yours to be like, life is beautiful and the birds, like, you know, it's funny, I know I've probably mentioned this a few times on the live stream before, but like every day, it's funny, like when I talk to my brother or like my fiance and everything, I'll be like, it's a beautiful day, birds are chirping, sun is shining, and it could be like the most miserable, it could be like monsooning outside, like it could be like downpouring outside and or like it's a blizzard or whatnot, and I'll just be like, it's a beautiful day, sun is shining, birds are chirping. I want a song, next song of yours, I want something like that. What's going on, Proof? How we feeling? Oh yeah. Bro writes Kurt Cobain song titles. I hate myself in one day. Yeah, dude. Spending that few bucks was the best financial decision I've made to not wait until 9 p.m. W, let's go. Life is actually beautiful. I just have no attachment to it. No, Strange One, no. Hey yo, that was It Seems I'll Never Truly Care About My Life by Strange One. Sick track overall, dude. First off, love the saxophones. It reminds me of some going, like, walking in New York City, like at night type vibes. I don't know why, it just randomly reminds me just a bunch of people just start snapping at it for some reason. It's just the jazz in it, that's why. Then you add some trap drums on top of that beautiful saxophone line. What inspired you to do this? Just out of curiosity, like, because like sometimes your tracks like are just way different than usual. This is one of those cases. Yeah, he'd get the feedback, throw a plugin on, and resend it. You could tell he wasn't actually doing a lot to remix. Dude was hoping for some magic plugin combo that doesn't exist. Yeah, it'd be like, oh wait, what if I put the limiter before the EQ this time? You'd be like, huh. Still, not quite different than what I heard before. Yeah, overall, I do like the saxophones. I do think that the track, it does feel like, currently, like, what I would like for tracks like this, right? You kind of want to, like, chop up the sample. And almost make it into like a loop per se for like it to feel right more so, because it feels like it makes it difficult to, like, especially when saxophone, when it's like essentially like they're just kind of riffing, right? And I can hear that you're struggling to, like, figure out what notes to put for the bass, like. It's the Taxi Driver main theme I sampled, so it's funny. It said New York. Hey, let's go. Yeah, dude. Makes sense. So what I would say, like, definitely, I personally would like some more. Like, it feels currently like it's missing something, it feels like, and I'm telling you, the majority of it is, I feel like you have to simplify what's going on in the background, because then that will allow you to, like, because already, like, the theme song is already very complex, but when you kind of want to re-change it into something new, you kind of want to, like, edit it a bit to make it smoother. I personally would like a little bit more volume on everything overall. It's a bit on the quiet side. New York's alright if you like saxophones. That's a song, by the way. Hell yeah. Yeah, I would just be careful with some of the notes in there. I feel like it feels like it kind of feels right now that there's, like, the saxophone sample and your beat, and they're not, like, blended together, if that makes sense. They feel like they're almost two separate entities right now, and the way to fix that is, like, what I was aforementioned, which is, like, chopping up the sample and making it your own. I think I'd rather kill myself instead of living in New York, honestly. Damn. Honestly, with the prices over here, dude, I don't blame you. Let's see. And part of what it feels like, the bass trying to move, it should hold the note. Yeah. Definitely agree with We Weren't Chosen, We Were Forgotten. I definitely would work on like the swing of like the drums as well. It feels like it's a bit robotic. Like, I just know you can get some saucier notes in there with the bass. If you had like some cool like pad that's like doing something cool like on top would go crazy. The only beat submissions are all songs. No, you could do either one. Either one's fine. But as far as like any other critiques, I really have nothing else. I know you always say my drums are, but I'm addicted to the sticking the drums to the grid. I know, strange one. Tisk tisk. One day you will come to the light. Maybe it's when you rename your tracks to positive song, like positive names. I'm telling you, you got to start naming your songs like Beautiful Day, or like I can feel the warmth of your smile, like the sunset, or something like that. One day I want a happy song. U2 reference. Oh man. Literally here singing about Jeeps. I'm sure you could send whatever whatever you send will love. Will love. Yeah. Yeah, dude. My next track name. Oh, let's see. It's a beautiful day and everything is amazing. No, you can't have that in parentheses. What's going on, Cheeky? Yeah, you can submit still. You're good. The submission doesn't ever close, honestly, until I'm like this is the end of the live stream or whatnot. We go to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you're good, dude. No, yeah, I know. So positive, be so positive sounds sarcastic. No, it's gonna be like life is like a bouquet of yellow roses on your birthday. See, that is a beautiful depiction. You know, you get a positive message. You get like the smell of the roses, the nice bouquet picture. Like, and with that, we gotta change this picture too, strange one. It's gonna be like a bouquet of flowers or something like that with like a smiley face on it. Like it's like a box of chocolates, dark and sticky. No, more positive. That's what I'm saying. That's my main takeaway. Is I want some positivity up in here. Watch next week. All of a sudden, every song that I'm gonna get is gonna be like the most wise ass positive titles. I swear. That's really all I got, dude. Thank you so much for submitting. We'll move on to the next one. I'm just gonna make super monotone track titles, so it's not negative or positive. No, I want a beautiful positive track title next time. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. Maybe it's hard for me to think positive. Maybe oh damn. Holy crap. Ain't nothing negative about Jeeps. Holy. That's right. That's right. You can't go wrong with Jeeps. So this is Exist Out Loud by Abstract Ortiz. Let's run it.
I think about it, hear the sounds comes across to me. Never need to fight about it. We exist out loud. Feel like I can't breathe every time I think about it. Hear the sounds comes across to me. Never need to fight about it. We exist out loud. I've been trying to gather myself down. All that's haunted me and what is done. Night fell silently and so did burn. Calmly trying me and doubt it's done. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm higher than the sun, higher than the sun. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm higher than the sun, higher than the sun. Feel like I can't breathe every time I think about it. Hear the sounds comes across to me. Never need to fight about it. We exist out loud. Feel like I can't breathe every time I think about it. Hear the sounds comes across to me. Never need to fight about it. We exist out loud. Feel like I can't breathe every time I think about it. Hear the sounds comes across to me. Never need to fight about it. We exist out loud. Feel like I can't breathe every time I think about it. Hear the sounds comes across to me. Never need to fight about it. We exist out loud. Every time I try to cry your mind, it leaves me with no doubt. Can you generate the time? It leaves me with no doubt. It leaves me with no doubt.
Oh my god, that was Abstract Ortiz! Exist Out Loud! Cool track overall, dude. Like, one thing about Abstract Ortiz is dude's not afraid to break the norms. I love the fact that, like, your tracks, like, because I know someone had mentioned that the structure's a bit confusing, but I feel like that's totally, like, what he's going through, like, going for. Because, like, if you think about his name, Abstract Ortiz. Like, he's not cookie cutter Ortiz. He's not song structure Ortiz. My man's name is Abstract Ortiz, and I think he's got literally I always love like some creativity when it comes to doing the overall arranging of things, because like it's nice and refreshing to have a little bit different like structures for things. I think other than your typical of like A B C, you know, type stuff. So oh yeah, I went with the verse chorus bridge for this one. That's what I'm talking about. Well, when it comes to like the production side of it, that's probably why. It's like because like even if it's like the verse chorus, like the way that you structure your instruments too, where things are a bit different. It is fun. It is fun. OJ McBaggins, have a good dinner, fam. Yeah, overall, you said that it sounds like if Linkin Park went trance. Interesting take on that.
Think about it, hear the sounds.
Nah, look, I like I don't have any problems with structured tracks. Don't even trip.
Never need to fight about it. We exist out loud. Feel like I can't breathe every time I
We get all kinds of music up in here.
think me down. It's
As far as like the record goes, like I do love the energy. I do like that kind of offbeat, the doom 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 doom, that kind of dotted in.
every time I think about it. Hear the sound.
Dotted. I think it's dotted. Bum 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 bum. Dotted. Eight. Yeah.
Comes across to me. Never need to fight.
It's very creative with the sound design too. Like you have a lot of these like weird kind of effects pan.
I follow you straight through. Comes across to me. Never need to fight.
As far as the critiques go, what I would say for this one is that I do agree the bass is a bit too much for this one, but I think it's just slightly too much. I feel like you can get a lot more aggressive because this is the kind of bass that I just love, just like slamming the hell out of it with like a sidechain compressor with your drums.
About it. We exist out loud. Feel like I can't breathe every time I think about it. Hear the sounds. Comes across.
You do have like a
Night fell silently and so did
it would sound so cool if you went like super aggressive with the ducking, would go ham. Your song could have structure. It could be still for 1,000%. Like again, like everyone has their own taste and everything like that. Like I feel like my tracks that I make tend to be very structured in a way.
Feel like I can't breathe every time I think about it. Hear the sounds. Comes across to me to find about it. We exist out loud.
Just be careful of like, I feel like I don't know if it's the effect that you have on your vocals, but it does, like it is a bit hard to understand what you're saying at times.
I can't breathe every time I think about it. Hear the sounds comes across to me. Never need to fight about it.
Like I would like some more oomph on that snare.
We exist out loud. Feel like I can't breathe every time I think about it. Hear the sounds comes across to me. Never need to
I like the stereo spread on everything, but definitely need some like. Careful of some of the notes in there.
Feel like I can't breathe every time. Feel like I can't breathe every time I think about it. Hear the sound.
It feels like the transient of some of the drums randomly kind of disappears. I don't know if that might be whatever you have on your master bus or mix bus or drum bus or whatever, but I would look into that.
Comes across to me. Never need to fight about it. We exist. Comes across to me. Never need to fight about it.
I'm not a fan of the low pitch vocals personally.
Every time I try to play your mind, it leaves me with no doubt. Can you generate the time? It leaves me with no doubt.
Yeah, it feels like because there's a lot of bass information and a lot of mid information going on, like your kick drum was like struggling to cut through. Feels like when it gets to like the section where there's not as much. Like the kick drum's cutting through there, but it doesn't really have a lot to, compete with for space there. But then you hear like it trying to cut through here, and it can't. And you could definitely play around with the side chain with the kick drum with kick drum to the bass to try to get some more punch out of it. And then on top of that, lower the bass there. Be careful of I would lock in some of the timing a bit more with the vocals with each other with the stacks. So I do hear like this kind of it's very easy with when you have S sounds or like these harsh like articulated sounds at the end of phrases for them to kind of sound like tss. So I always take the time, just really take the time and mute the instrumental and go through your vocals stacks and listen if you hear any of these weird like overlaps, because that'll go a long way. Like sometimes what I'll do is I'll literally cut out the S sounds at the end of words except for like one or two vocals, because you only really need like one or two vocals to communicate the S sound and not have it sound like a bunch of just random S's panned. You can hear the word just. There's like you hear like a tried making master channels that are singly for one kind of your parts drum. Yeah, so you don't have to lower all of them and possibly ruin your mix. Also put in a sound EQ, and mix EQ. Yeah, like bussing out, you're saying like having individual like a drum bus and whatnot. Yeah, no, totally. I tend to have, for example, in my mix template, what I have, and I have it in my production template too, honestly, is I'll have everything going to like, for example, like a synth aux. Then I have a top drum aux. So that's just like your hi-hats or like your like some like lighter percussion sounds. And then I'll have like a main drum. So it'll be like your kicks and your snares and your main claps and stuff like that. That's like really driving the track. And I'll have that going to its own aux. And then I'll have them going to a drum aux on their own, and then have like a drum parallel aux. So, and then I have a drum master aux. So I have like a bunch of auxiliaries just to control the drums how I like it. And then like for bass, I'll have like I'll send all the bass elements to a bass aux. I'll send all the guitars to a guitar aux, all pianos to a piano aux. Like everything is groups. And then I have like vocals, like I'll have a lead vocal aux, and I'll have like a background vocal aux, and I'll have like a dry vocal aux, and I'll have my sends go into an effects bus, and then I have the dry and the effects going to a wet vocal aux, and then that going to the mix bus, and then I'll have all of my instrument auxes, like your drum aux, the bass aux, all going to its own instrumental aux, and then send that to the mix aux. So like it's easy to like make acapellas. You just mute the instrumental aux and then all of it. So that's like the wave. So I would definitely play around with like some like group processing like that. So yeah, thank you so much for submitting Abstract Ortiz. You rock, dude. Hell yeah. What's the line looking like? I believe we have one more Discord subscriber. Yeah, we have one more Discord subscriber. Then we get to the free submissions. Then we do have a bit of the free submissions. So I do have. So next is the Discord subscriber submissions take longer because like we listened to it and did some more in-depth review. But the free submissions, we listen to 1 minute 30 seconds per track. So I currently have, as far as like the queue as of now, I have Jeep Token for So this is a Discord subscriber submission. Then I have Prove. Then I have Kyran. Then I have Sour Note Symphony. Then I have Zorg. Then I have Mr. Sings. Then I have Tag. Then I have Moon. So if I didn't say your name, I don't have your submission, so just double check what you have on the overall, like on the submission form. Double check that you submitted. So without further ado, we're gonna get to Jeep Token. Take Me Back to Eden. MVP, dude. I'm loving the growth, man. Congrats. Of course, dude. What's going on? Who's on Twitch? Let's get it. Rise of Power. What's good, fam? So move on to the next one. Let's run it. It's also okay if it's a little bit quiet for the master. The person listening has their own settings for songs. They can lower or raise the volume. Hell yeah. Oh, I did see this a little bit earlier. I saw this one. I've been peeping your stuff.
My Jeep is phosphorescent, drives through spaces, see it drifting fast through fog, where not just any car could go. We drive through Jurassic Parks, watch me going, but no one wants to ride in Jeep. And now the weightlessness recedes. I spend my tires. I will drive till night, then make a campfire. Come now, take this ox wire. I am breaking well, I just got new tires. Reset my odometer. Gotta watch the fuel as the miles go higher. Hop in this fastest Jeep, you know my desire. I will travel far beyond the path of cement. Take me back to Jeep and take me back to Jeep. Well, yeah, I'll spin mud when I wake up. Jeep bumper is bit, spitting out brake fluid and trail dust. Just 2 days since the radiator went down and it's still messed up. Shop feels like a meat freezer, I repair until it's done. Missed calls, ignorant phones from people cause now I'm lost. Jeep talk, break love, but I'll take a gallon of gas before you split me from rubber duck. White trim and black ducks, duck army, rise up. I need you to join me if just for the trail down. Mama, I spin my tires, I will drive till night, then make a campfire. Come now, take this ox wire, I am breaking well, I just got new tires.
I guess it goes to show, does it not, that we've no idea what she brought until we lose it. And no amount of mud will keep it around if we don't loop it. And I don't know what's going wrong with you, but I'm about to go mad in anger. No amount of store-bought slurry will bring back the glory of this engine. It was no accident. You know my
Beautiful. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was Jeep Token. Take me back to Eden. That's worth a lot of bonks right there. That's what I'm talking about. We got Jeep Token. We got Jeep Token up in this motherfucker. Let's
This
get
was a
it.
certified banger.
Cool track overall. Like, I absolutely love the amount of, first off, the amount of ducks, the amount of Jeeps. Like, this is peak. This is why that you're gaining a following so quickly. It's because it's beautiful music that needs to be shared with an audience. This is what the people need. Not Sleep Token. They need fucking Jeep Token. Jeep Token. Overall. Like, how long? So my question to you was like, how long does it take to like make? Okay, so walk me through like, all right, Jeep Token. What's the next track? Wait a second. I'm gonna change this track to Jeep Token. What's your process? So I sent it to a buddy from Minnesota. He said he already heard it. It was like, oh yeah, Jeep Token. I knew that band. It's kind of like that Sleep Token band, just with Jeeps. I know them. They're all the dogs. Oh man, nah, that's awesome, dude. So as far as like everything goes, like obviously the instrumental sounds clean as hell. I could tell you the next track Let's see. I can tell you the next track. There are puzzles that when they're solved trigger the release part of the puzzle is figuring out which song it is. Whoa. Okay. So there are puzzles that when they're solved trigger. Wait, what? What do you mean? Is this like a riddle for like the next track, or do you mean like this is like when you finish a track, you're like, I don't know which one, I just pick one, it speaks to me type of. Your last puzzle was solved in 6. You had a puzzle in each of the tracks? Wait, what do you mean? There's a puzzle. Look at posts. Hold on. We need posts. Wait, we gotta look at Jeep Token's posts for the... Oh my goodness. My cat likes this as well. Oh my goodness. Is this what you're doing? What's with the cryptic? Wait, what the hell is this, dude? What are you doing, man? We got, okay, so all right. Wait, what is this? Heard this behind my Honda Civic at 3:30, directly behind me on a 4-lane highway. Yeah, dude, exactly. A Jeep Arc. Yeah, dude, there's a whole ass like storyline and everything going on with Jeep Token over here. Man's putting out like cryptic messages, dude. What's going on, Forgotten? Other Forgotten, how we feeling, man? Oh my god, dude. How? Okay, my question. Okay, dude. You said last message. How did they? Okay, is that all speed cam? Wait, what? Wait. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You absolute legend. You absolute legend, man. Wait, how do you, like, what, okay, there's just so many questions and no answers. I love it. Man went so deep into the lore. He went so deep into the lore. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, congrats, man, on the success of the channel, dude. Wishing you fast growth, man, which you're already seeing. So hell yeah, dude. I mean, as far as like critiques go on this, there's not really much. The instrumental sounds good. The vocals sound well recorded. I think you nailed the the vibe of this. I think out of all the things, there was like... It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's perfect. I don't want to change a thing about it. Keep doing these. Solving the puzzle summons the ancient Lovecraftian Willy's Homeland. Yeah, dude. All of a sudden, we're going to start opening rifts and shit, man. Holy, just submitted a viola piece I played in college called Bach. I'm going to totally butcher that. For violin. Transcribed for viola. Hell yeah. That's Willy's is coming. Oh my god. Hell yeah, Jeep Token. Hell yeah, dude. That's why we have a special Jeep Token command in the chat. Just to commemorative. Oh wow, we got a lot more submissions now. Okay, holy crap. Cool. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to live. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you doing? We do this twice a week. We do this every Tuesday and every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely join us in the future. We do these on... Definitely join the Discord server too as well. It's free to join. It's underneath in the description down yonder. But yeah, what's the order of the queue looking? I got you. So... First, obviously, we have this. We're going to be getting to the free submissions now, which usually they go by a lot faster than the paid ones. So, we have Shapeshift, then we got Kyran, then we got, hold on, Kelly Plasma. That's a cool ass name. Hell yeah. Then we have Zorg. Then we have Mr. Sings. Then we got blah blah blah. Tag, Moon, Shiki, Forgotten, and Karma. That's what I got right now as far as the queue. So if you guys didn't hear your name, that's be sure to check your submission link and all that. So first we got Shapeshift V1.2 by Prove. So I know Prove, as mentioned before, they changed the layout of, like, SoundCloud looks different, doesn't it? It looks a lot different than it used to. When did they change the layout for this? Was this recently? Plasma's me. Sorry, nah, you're good. Hell yeah, still a cool ass name, Sour Note Symphony. Hell yeah. So let's get it. The Shapeshift.
Yesterday, so it still looked the same. Like a shapeshift in the dark, because it puts away the shame. The dragon born yesterday, so it still looked the same. Like a shapeshift in the dark, because it puts away the shame. I know I'm done for, just leave me alone. 'Cause fate holds my soul. Just leave me alone. Next thing you know, you're asking the job for mine. When I just there to find underneath the surface, replacing your existence of purpose before flight to the mirror. Next thing I knew, I was asking why it's well. Why am I still the fight? When my skin ripped from the inside, I could try again, but I can repeat myself.
Let's go. That was the 1 minute 30-second mark of, that was Shapeshift by Prove. That's worth a few bonks right
This
there.
was a certified banger.
Let's get it. Cool track overall. Love the swing of the track. I hear you over there, dude. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So as far as like the track goes, like I do love the swing of the track. I do love, one thing that I love about your tracks is that you always like have fun with like the swing of it, and it's very creative as far as like some of the sound design. And fun fact about Prove is actually like Prove actually has like a hearing loss. So like that's something that I always like respect heavily about like Prove, and Prove's music is like, dude does not let that shit hold him back.
This was a certified banger.
So as far as like critiques go for the record overall, what I would say is definitely a de-esser on your vocals to tame some of the high end. Because the S's are a bit harsh, so definitely having a de-esser on the vocals would help tame some of those frequencies. And I do like the sound design of these sounds. Are you compressing the drums by any chance, Prove, just out of curiosity? Because they sound a bit almost over compressed the way that they are. Maybe there's like saturation or something on the drums, but something is a bit over compressed here. Most likely. You're just look into your compression settings and ease off of the threshold on the drums, because it feels like it's smashing them a bit too much, because you're losing a bit of the punch. I like more like I feel like you can play around a lot more with the stereo space with panning some of like the la la, like those background vocals that you have. I would pan those out more because everything kind of feels like it's almost like clustered in like the same general location panning wise.
I was asking why it's well. Why am I scared to fight? When my skin makes a from the inside. I could try again.
That's what I figured, Prove. Hence why I figured I'd let you know. I do agree with Forgotten as well. The highs just in general are a bit loud. But that's really all I got as far as like critiques go, dude. I thought it sounded good. You did your thing. Hell yeah.
This was a certified banger.
I know you could finally catch the live stream, man. I know you've been trying to catch the live stream and haven't really been able to catch it. So it's good to see you, man. Hell yeah. I know I haven't been on the Minecraft server in a minute, man. Like, fun fact, we have a Minecraft server for the live stream and everything like that. So if you guys want to be a part of that, let me know. So without further ado, thank you so much for submitting. Yeah, that definitely deserves some bonks right there. That's right, Forgotten. That's right. Yeah, I was in the middle of, I was in the middle of working on a Ferris wheel. That's what I'm talking about, Prove. Let's get it. So I'm just putting down the votes. So next we have UK Drill Chill. I feel like that's like one of those like opposites. Oh, I forgot what that's called when it's like opposites. It's like UK drill and then the word chill next to it. Work in progress drill track. My first ever time producing drill. Typically an EDM producer. Hell yeah, let's hear it. Sure, yeah, just let me know. Oxymoron, yeah, there it is. That was UK Drill Chill by Karen Music or
This was a certified
MSK.
banger.
Cool track overall. I always love me some drill tracks. Like we get that a bunch. A lot of the because we have like our version over here in the States. We have the New York drill, and I remember in 2020 when like Pop Smoke first came out. Like anytime we went to go perform live, because I used to go to a bunch of venues and different like clubs and whatnot to perform. There was always like drill music playing in the crowd, and I had to make a lot of drill tracks for clients. So I'm very familiar with the drill. So overall, welcome back. I just think of the Flying Dutchman when Squidward tried to escape or something, and then I think it was or it was either Squidward trying to escape or like the SpongeBob and Patrick was like, welcome back, and they just kept trying to leave. Overall, what I would say, I do like what's going on as far as like the drums. The drums, I think you do have the rhythm going on. The bass is cool as well. I think I feel overall like it's missing the swing of what you think of drill. Like you kind of need more emphasis on the downbeat. Like the bass is like doing a lot for what's going on in drill. Like there's no real spaces. Like when I think of like drill, the bass is usually like it's usually like usually it's not like held out too much unless it's doing those glissando glides, and I'm not really hearing that in this track, which is what it's really missing if you want to be like really accurate to it. I feel like you can saturate those keys more. It feels like there's not quite enough going on with what's going on in the melodically in the track. Like I would have some sort of counter melody that's going on. Typically you hear like these like vocal chops that are going on. You don't necessarily have to go down that route, but having something else. What makes drill? Well, as far as like the UK drill, usually it's the swing of the drums and the way the bass is going, because usually there's the hi-hats. Like you can hear like Kyron did nail the hi-hats. Usually it's just like usually it has like this dotted eighth note, eighth note pattern that's going on. And usually it's very heavy on the downbeats. And the way that like an artist would hop on, it's usually like some sort of like usually it's like kind of like almost like a triplet feel with the vocals. What's going on, OJ McBaggins? How we feeling? But it feels too like stiff. It needs like boom, like more space in the bass for sure. I feel like you can add another hi-hat in there, some panning, some of the hi-hats. But yeah, that's really the main things that I would say as far as that it's missing here. Like it sounds like it was produced by an EDM producer because of the way the bass is and the swing of the instrumental. So I would just really take some time and really study like the patterns of drill, and I think really do your research, like some Fabio Foreign, or like again, like of course like Central C has a bunch of stuff and a lot of the early UK drill shit, and like I think you can get a lot of like Pop Smoke obviously, but I feel like that's your best bet. Like that whole like there's a whole bunch of people in that, but I would definitely study the drum patterns. But that's really it. Thank you so much for submitting those, Kyran. UK drill, chill, cool track. Thank you so much for submitting. We'll move on to the next one. Feeling drippy, hell yeah, dude. I'm also here, tag art, hell yeah, dude. Did it miss your track? Nah, you didn't. So next we have Stuck in Your Head. I love that Sour Note Symphony says, oops, I uploaded this to the wrong channel, lol, but I guess it doesn't matter for a demo. That's right! No, you're good. It happens like that. Let's run it. This is Stuck in Your Head.
Repeat.
Okay. It was like, it didn't want to play for a second, but now, hold on. We go run it. There we are.
Repeat after me.
One more time, do it again. Two more times, stuck in your head. One more time, I mean it for real. Can you feel the blood rush?
I appreciate you, OJ McBaggins. Your track is next.
So easily preoccupied, so easily persuaded. Infatuation deep enough to drive you crazy. So perfectly fully absorbed until you get distracted. Getting so excited over something new and shiny. Pupils round and dilated. I've never seen someone so totally captivated. Loyal for now, devoted temporarily. I know that you're gonna get bored eventually.
Until then, repeat after me.
One more time, do it again. Two more times, stuck in your head. One more time, I mean it for real. Can you feel the blood rush? One more time, do it again. Two more times, stuck in your head. One more time, I mean it for real. Can you feel the blood rush?
more time.
One more time. Do it again.
Key change!
Two more time.
That's 1 minute 30-second mark. Thank you so much for submitting. Hell yeah, that's worth a few bongs for sure.
This was a certified banger.
That was Stuck in Your Head by Sour Note Symphony. That's what I'm talking about. I love the energy overall. Like above your tracks, like it's like so high energy, so like hype. The amount of like what genre would you even consider this? Sour Note Symphony. Like do you like, just out of curiosity, like
Repeat after me.
One more time. Do
like
it
what would you consider this?
again.
Just out of curiosity, like because I just saw the Minecraft movie. Hell yeah.
Stuck in your head. One
It doesn't really sound like hyperpop though. Hyperpop, it's not hyperpop.
so easily persuaded. Infatuation deep enough to drive you crazy. So perfectly fully absorbed until you get distracted. Getting so excited.
Because
over
it has
something
more like techno vibes to it than hyperpop. Hyperpop is like I just think of like heavily edited, like super like overcompressed bass distorting. It has like a certain swing
enough
to
to
it.
drive you crazy.
I just do what I want. That's what I'm talking about.
Perfectly fully absorbed until you get distracted. Getting so excited over something new and shiny. Pupils round and dilated. I've never seen someone so totally captivated. Loyal for now, devoted temporarily. I know that you're gonna get bored eventually.
Until then, repeat.
You know what's? Thank you so much. Oh, I have another donation submission, so your track will be after OJ McBag is just letting you know forgotten. So let me hold on. Let me make sure that yours is here. So there we go. I got yours. So yours is right after OJ McBag. Thank you so much, you rock fam. So overall, what I would say mainly that I would
Repeat after me.
suggest.
One more time. Do it again.
Like, I love the production. I love the creativity. I remember we were just saying about the weird structures.
One more time. Stuck in your head. One more time.
What I would say is that the overall mix could use some sauce. But, like, the production and everything, I absolutely love. Like, the production is so sick. Like,
I mean it for real. Can you feel the blood?
like those synths could be like could be hitting even more. And it's funny, the donation submissions, like if you listen to like the sound of like the donation submission and then listen to your like crash, that's why I didn't really hear it at first, was because it sounds very similar to your crash in your song.
Feel the blood rush.
See that it's so similar to the sound, which is pretty funny. Overall, I love the energy. I would say definitely the vocals could use some like compressions on the vocals overall, tame some of the dynamics, and you could definitely add some spatial effects, so some like reverbs and delays on your vocals to make them even pop even more.
Stuck in your head.
Especially if you're doing like these, like the one more time, almost like make them sound like chants. I feel like would be super sick,
Two more times. Stuck in your
because you are stacking them at times, some of these chant things, and I feel like if you have, like, for example, like what I tend to do for vocal mixing is I'll have like a lead vocal vox, and then I'll have like a background vocal aux, and then so I could treat the back, and then if there's any like effects that I want, then I'll have like a, for example, chant aux. So I would route all the vocal stacks that are just chants to that, and then I'll obviously drown them in reverb more so than the other stuff would be totally the way.
one more time. So easily preoccupied, so easily persuaded. Infatuation deep enough to drive you crazy. So perfectly fully absorbed until you get distracted. Getting so excited over for now. Devoted temporarily. I know that you're gonna get bored eventually.
Until then, repeat after me.
One more time. Do it again. Two more.
That kick drum and the bass could be more up front in the mix, but that's yeah. Honestly, overall, some glue on the master bus, and hell yeah, Sour Note Symphony, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Dun 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 dun. So cool track overall. Thank you so much for submitting. You rock, fam. We're gonna move on to the next one. DM Sourdough Symphony. DM. I absolutely love the energy. Wait, what? Wait, what's going on in the chat? Wait. Did I miss something? Oh, that you have popcorn kernels. Feel the need to embed my teeth again. That's what happens when you go see the Minecraft movie, dude. That's what happens, man. That's what you get for going to see that monstrosity. I have to see it as well. And I keep saying I'm gonna go see the Minecraft movie and just never end up doing it. But okay, so we got this is a donation submission from OJ McBaggins, and then to follow McBaggins, I got a huge oh my god, Taggart, what's going on? Damn. So we got Roll the Dice extended version. Let's run it. Nah, of course, Sound Note Symphony, you rock, fam. Watch party. I haven't been to a theater in like 5+ years. Damn, this is the extended version. Hell yeah. Okay! Where's my key? Tasty. We got the horns! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. That was Roll the Dice extended version from OJ McBaggy.
This was a certified
Hell
banger.
yeah, dude. That was a trip and a half. My cat decided that he wanted to be held during that time. So he also agrees that this track was awesome. Isn't that right, Artemil? Is that right? Yes. That he agrees. This is his favorite. Oh, wow. This is his favorite track so far. So as far as the overall vibe, those solos were clean, dude. I loved the initial, like, you set the tone immediately for the song when you just started riffing like crazy. And that's what I'm talking about. You weren't going, I agree with all cats. Yeah, they're right. We have to listen to them, honestly. Right? This dude got outside today. So as far as like the track goes, like the synth solo went stupid. I loved the overall synth solo. It was super clean. Bad Kitty, yeah, no, he was no good today, Mister. His name's Artemil for those who are hungry. And on top of that, I totally forgot that you had some vocals on top of that. And what's super cool is you said that you did edit this down from an hour and something clip. Now, out of like curiosity, like when the song was this from Straight Weirdness Radio 420.69 FM? Was this from that? Because it was immediately after you mentioned that, I saw this pop up. And you had the synth horn going ham. As far as like critiques go, there's not really. I fucked with the edited version down of the overall the song. No, that's just my radio show where I play all my music. Got like 4 days of music that's listenable. Sheesh, dude. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. You should just make it into one big song, dude. And that's what's one thing. We're gonna beat the world record of the longest song. Imagine we did that. Should we do that? Imagine. Whoa. If we did like a version of like the longest song in the world, that we get like Guinness Book World Record. What is the longest song in the world right now? World's longest song. Longest song. How do you even qualify for that? Okay, so the longest officially released song is Shri something something by Dr. Jagadish Pillai, which is 138 hours, 41 minutes, and 20 seconds long, according to Guinness Book World Records. And recorded the song, which is a 16th century Hindu epic poem, over a period of almost 6 days. The recording is based at... Guys, you know what we gotta do? Now we have to make the world's longest song, guys. Damn. We gotta beat the world record. It took over 4 years to record, edit, and mix the record-breaking track. The Sure Thing, the entire book of poetic work. Whoa, that's cool as hell. We gotta beat that. We could do that, right? Just imagine how big the session is of that. No, there's definitely a few days. Yeah, imagine how big the session is of that song. Just imagine how big the session is of that song. It's like I'm trying to make the world's longest song about a car. Current record is 22 minutes. No, you got this, man. You got that shit in the bag, bro. 22 minutes? That's nothing. That's nothing. You can cook that shit up immediately. Okay, so now what we got to do, so as this live stream, we're going to beat the record. Imagine we set out to do that. That'd be kind of crazy. Should we do that? Pink Floyd, yeah, Pink Floyd stuff. Yeah, honestly. We have to do this now. I feel like we got to do this. This is 100-something hours of music. And just have a songwriting. We're just like, do, 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 do. Yeah, how many days is that? Just out of curiosity? People have said I have a Kraftwerk vibe. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Let me see. We got to break this dude's record. So, okay, this is 138 hours. We would divide that by 24 hours, right? So, divide that by 24 hours. So that song is it's less than 6 days long. That ain't the amount of session I'm down. Let's go. I can supply at least an hour of Jeep sounds. I wonder what it takes like to qualify for that song to be like, for it to actually work. I wonder what technically at 639 years the longest song is actually a song by John Cage, As Slow as Possible. The more you learn, right, guys? So, without further ado, I have at least 9 days worth. It's like 2 terabytes. Sheesh. Damn. Well, I think we got to set our missions, guys. Imagine we just started doing live streams of making the world's longest song and trying to make it as long as possible. That'd be pretty funny. Would you guys watch that? That's up to you. That might be incredibly boring. Imagine beating the world record for world's longest song. That would be incredible. The amount of work that would take. Oh my god. 1000% we could do Jim Town. Yeah, dude. Oh, that'd be really fucking funny. You attract collaborators and press for sure. We gotta do it. We gotta set out. We gotta set out to do it now. I found my life's mission now. Every 12 hours we have to change streams. Imagine O.J. McMaggins. Bro, that shit would go stupid. That shit would go stupid. We'd be like, world's longest recorded song. And we got to make that shit even 200 hours, man. We got to make that shit even 200 hours. We're going to set the world record. That's what we're going to do. That's right. That's my mission now for this channel. We're going to make a 200-hour song. All right. I hope you guys, we can't be repeating shit. The chorus needs to be like 10 minutes long of chorus. Imagine, like, the verses. Like, what if we just got a bunch of people to just write a verse on the song and just, like, recorded that shit and just had it and just went crazy. That would go stupid. Holy crap. All right, well, now I have to plan this. All right, well, I don't really have anything to say as far as, I know a lot of times that you don't really look for critiques for your tracks, so, like, you look just to, like, play the records, which honestly is a complete jam. Weird AI type shit. It's gonna be like, sound in the universe, our stars align. Because for some reason, like, AI just makes the most cliche fucking lyrics. I just listened to the 6-day long song. It was cool, except the dude ranting about Jeeps for 12 hours. Dude, that's their favorite part, man. You're like, the Jeep and drives in the snow. in all terrain. Dad, what do you know? It's Winamp. Really whips the llama's heads. Damn. I love it. Has anyone uploaded AI music? Yes, we had that really bad actually. Some people had to were like legit pretending that they made tracks, and that shit was corny as hell. Struck a thought. Yeah. Yeah, we have had a lot of people submit AI music. So without further ado, we will be moving on to the next one. So this one is Forgotten in the chat. So they're playing a piece from Bach. This is a viola piece. Let's run it. So clean. Whew. It's so clean. Whoo! Damn! Damn, Forgotten! Damn! Okay! That was amazing. So clean. From going from especially that's not easy. That's not easy. Those runs were so clean at the end, especially because a lot of people, you don't realize it, but like for people who aren't familiar with how the viola or violins or everything, they don't have frets like the guitars do. So this is all legit muscle memory, and you could tell by the way that you're doing the vibrato and everything, that you like with the violin, the viola, and string instruments that don't have frets, you have to kind of really adjust the intonation of the instrument as you're playing it, and it's really challenging. So it's a lot of years and years and years of developing the muscle memory as to where the notes are, in tune and whatnot. And it sounds really clean. Overall, Bach, Bach is a genius. I believe Bach was in the Baroque era, right? Baroque era, because I remember I had to play a few Bach pieces for, it's been so long since I played Bach, but I when I was doing some of the, some bassoon track, when I was doing some bassoon pieces when I was doing music performance with the bassoon, that we had to learn a bunch of Bach pieces as far as the repertoire for the programs, and some of the harmonies are just so beautiful, the way that the voice leading and everything back in the Baroque times was so elegant in a way, because you could tell there's just a masterfully, the way that the pieces were made, it's just masterfully done. People study that for their whole lives, and study Bach and other composers from the time. And holy crap, my bank account's in the Baroque era. Yeah, honestly, Blood Wolf, I felt that shit, dude. You already know. Yeah, the vibrato. Yeah, years and years of practice, literally. Yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I do know that Forgotten A is classically trained and has a degree in music performance, which is very evident, as you could tell. Oh, thank you so much, 5 Wit. So your track is next. I've been having an insane amount of trouble with vocal mixes. All good. When mixing vocals, do you dim the stems frequency around the first few harmonics of the vocal? Just passing thought. I've yet to try it out. So when it comes to mixing vocals personally, what I do, typically speaking, is I really try not to cut frequencies out I don't really have a rule of thumb, but I try to use EQ more of additive than subtractive when I can, because if you start really cutting things all over, what I'll tend to do is I'll use multiband compression to do a lot of the taming instead of EQ, and I'll use EQ to tame some of the resonant nodes, but I'll also use for example an analog sounding EQ to do some boosts and whatnot to be able to enhance the sound. So it's really that's typically what I do. So I try not to cut any of the frequencies before they come through. But let me get your submission. But pretty much to as far as the overall consensus of this is, it's very well played. The piece, I think you did it very much justice. Just out of curiosity, just because I'm just so curious, because I have a friend who's also classically trained and whatnot. How old is your viola? I just out of curiosity, because I know for a fact that a lot of people have these insanely old string instruments. And they swear by it. Definitely studied over the recordings of pieces from Hilary Hahn, the Joshua. Oh, damn, hell yeah, dude. I played some clarinet because my dad had played clarinet, and it wasn't to Benny Goodman. I played the clarinet for 1 year when I was in elementary school. Then I moved to the bassoon when I was in 6th grade. I say Bach was the first punk rocker. He literally experimented with voicing more typical to today's music and years ahead of his contemporaries. Yeah, literally, that whole era of music was very inspired by Bach's compositional skills, because he was definitely ahead of his time when it came to voice leading. This was a Bach piece. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I think it's a newer viola. Yeah. I know. Sometimes one of my friends, he was telling me that he plays like a 1600, like in 4 viola, like one from like viola that's from like Italy or something like that. Because I know a lot of the times people that go to like school for music performances, I'll find out like they have like these really, really, really ancient instruments. Well, they're not like ancient, but like when it comes to like verses, like an electric guitar Fender spews out a new Strat every year, like it's metal with live violin. Oh shit! Do you like Evanescence? Evanescence, forgotten. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I used to listen to this one band like years ago when I was in high school. I think you might, if you do like metal. There's a band called, it's probably the most metal band you'll ever hear. They're called Flesh God Apocalypse. And they're death metal, but they're like symphonic death metal. And they one of the like, I believe like the main member of the band is like super classically trained. So there actually is like original like piano pieces and everything like that are inspired from like Bach pieces and whatnot, which is really cool. I got a Bach trumpet, never done me wrong. I think it's it's the player on some instruments. No, definitely, for sure. Muscle memory is a long way. But I really have nothing else, dude. Playing is clean as hell. Nice work, man. Whew. I know it's probably one of the weirdest band names you ever heard, Flesh God Apocalypse. But it sounds so clean. Their productions and whatnot. It's super heavy stuff, so be prepared for that if you're going to check them out. It's like really heavy. But if you're into metal and you're into like super orchestral stuff, you'll definitely dig it. If you're into like the heavy death metal stuff, then you'll dig it a lot. So yeah, Forgotten. Damn. Holy crap. No, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. I continue to play to this day. So I've been playing for about 15 years. That's what I'm talking about. August Burns Red type of man. That's, dude, I saw August Burns Red twice live. Holy, I saw them during their Messengers 10-year anniversary tour, and they played the album front to back. That shit went stupid. This is Could It Be Me by 5-Wit. So this is they were talking about the vocal mixing. So it says LKG, Prius type of shit produced by me. Made most of the synths and everything inside of Serum. So let's run it. Let's go. That was Could It Be Me by 5-Wit. Let's get it. I gotta get used to the SoundCloud new layout. The SoundCloud looks like like different than what it used to. Like it feels like they took the is it just me, or does it feel like they kind of took the life out of SoundCloud a little bit with like the branding and everything? Like they gotta like they for some reason took the life out of the SoundCloud because it was like nice bright oranges and everything like that. Now it's just like boring. But overall, as far as like the track goes, I dig it. I think that as far as like everything goes, they made a dark mode. Yeah, dude. Don't get me wrong. Like I do like dark mode for the most part and whatnot. But like you need some personality in there too. Do they at least like have an option to like change it to like where it used to be? SoundCloud was way better 10 years ago. That definitely yells at Cloud. Yeah, dude. Yeah, unfortunately, man, I thought the track was cool. I did like the overall. I think the synth sound design was nice. I think the main thing here is the mixing, and I'll get into that what I mean with the mixing. So, as far as the production and everything, I didn't think there was anything wrong with like the vocal takes. I didn't think there was anything wrong with like the sound design or anything like that. I feel like a lot of this is level balancing. So my question to you, Fivewit, if you're in the chat, is as far as when you're doing the edits for the instrumental and everything like that, like what's the first thing you do when you start mixing a track is my question for you. Just out of curiosity. Because I would love to know, like, what's your process when it comes to the mixing? I separate the stems, then the instruments where my vocals lie. Okay, yeah, I mean, because it feels currently at the moment that the vocals sound a bit quiet. Like the overall instrumental is taking up a lot of the space, and the synths I feel like is definitely a bit too loud relative to everything in the mix. The problem is I feel like I lose a lot of the texture when doing that. Yet I feel like a lot of it is when I tend to, for example, when I'm doing like productions and whatnot, I tend to almost kind of mix as I go a little bit, which is not, a lot of people tell you not to do that, but I disagree. Honestly, some of my best mixes has come out of me just like doing it as I go. So don't listen to people with that. I always say the first things first is to load up also a reference mix. A reference mix will go a long way for you. Because when you have a reference mix, it's going to help you a lot with where things should be, like rule of thumb wise, where things should be, like how loud certain instruments should be, how loud certain elements should be. And you'll be easier to A/B your record with a reference mix. Now, when you have a reference mix, be sure to have it go through a different change. So what you want to do is you'll run your whole entire mix through a aux, right? And you'll have whatever, mix bus and mastering changes on that aux temporarily, and so that you could run your reference mix and A/B it quick, so you don't have to like bypass your whole entire master chain every time you want to play your reference mix. I feel like I'm mostly a producer. I'm fairly new for vocals. No, you're good. So in mixing my beats, I have trouble imagining where the vocals lie. That's exactly, I'm telling you, like the reference mix is going to help you so much. It's going to help you literally so much. I'm telling you, dude, like it's game changing, because you have to think about it like this. You're mixing a record, right, based off what speakers, like what are you using to mix right now? Just out of curiosity. What I mean by a reference mix is a song that you like the mix of. So not your song. An artist that's similar to you, or like something similar. That's what I mean. is you find like a song that you listen to a lot and you love the mix of it. And what you'll do is you'll download the song and then import it into your session so that you could go back and forth and listen. Okay, where do they have their kicks and snares? You know, where do they have their vocals? Reference mixing is exactly why I started with Jeep. Like, seriously, do some covers like that, and you'll be able to hear how your mix sound to the higher standard. 1,000%, yeah. I honestly don't really have a plan. I just mix on my basic headphones. Then I go to speakers and try to mix it for that. So what kind of speakers are you using? Just out of curiosity, because this is the reason why the most important thing, especially if you're not working out of a treated space and you're working on headphones or you're working off of like speakers that you don't have like room treatment or anything to dampen some of the problem frequencies of the room, is that reference mixes are done and usually done in professional, like multi-million-dollar studios where they hear like the room is literally tuned to like the speakers and everything are tuned to the room, and they're going to translate on all different platforms for the most part. Like, you'll be able to listen to it on your phone and then listen to it on your headphones and listen to everything, and the mixes sound clean everywhere. So that's why it's so important to use a reference mix, especially if you don't have an ideal mixing area, because you're going to be using that as a reference, since that's like the gold standard of what you're going for. Like when I record Jeep, I actually have the original vocals in my ears and mix them to those levels before deleting his vocal. Right, exactly. Mackie has some decent monitors for cheap, way worth the money. Yeah, I've definitely tried. I'm not sure what the type is. It's just basically the speaker I borrow from my roommate. That's okay. That's okay. Don't even worry. Like, honestly, you don't necessarily. I like monitors help. Don't get me wrong, but you don't necessarily need that. And I always try to advocate for that. Like, so one of the best producers I've ever met in my life. Like, dude did some mixes off of his like laptop speakers and like headphones, and like that shit sounded crazy. So I honestly, it's really a matter. I'm telling you, the power of a reference mix, and if you really learn what the speaker and everything that you're using, if you learn the hell out of it, then I'm telling you, like, that'll go such a long way. So find a track that you like, that you like the mix of. And you don't have to get like exactly like this. Like, it doesn't have to be exactly like this, but like a track that you listen to a decent amount. And what's funny is, like, a lot of the times I have had to set up a lot of studios too. And there's a few songs like that I'll go out of my way to play in while I'm setting up a room, just to like really see, okay, this is what that song should sound like. It needs more bass in this room. It needs less bass. It needs more highs. It needs less highs. And you kind of like EQ the room because you just know what the song should sound like, you know? Because the drums could be more up front. How do you account for how headphones have built-in EQs? I have earbuds. Oh, that's why. Do you mix with earbuds or over-the-ear headphones? That lower the mid sound way too loud on them, so I listen to it when I'm walking home and get ideas, but it's wrong. Over-ear. Okay, cool. Yeah. Again, like, if you hear, for example, if you play a song, like, the key is playing your song and then playing another song. If you play another song and the low mids aren't as loud as on your headphones, then you have to adjust the mix. So that's really the rule of thumb. That's why people do, like, for example, a common thing that you've probably heard before is like the car test. So you go to your car, you play like your record, and then you play another record and go back and forth. The reference track sounds like a goated idea. I'm gonna do that. I'm telling you, dude. It's like you will see a drastic improvement on your mixes. And even with, for example, EQing the vocals, like, you'll eventually get down to like the overall bouncing. I'm telling you, is a night and day, because you'll be like, oh damn, my kick drum is so much quieter than this. Oh damn, my clap needs to be way louder. Oh damn, my vocals are way too low. Oh damn, this synth is really loud. And you'll be able to get a lot closer to the reference. And then And then when you start to get into things like, oh, my vocals, you know, I like they're sitting here, but they're not popping as much as their vocals. So maybe I need to EQ my vocals and get my vocal EQ template to sound closer to this artist so that my vocals cut through on this speaker. Like it'll eventually like get down to that once you really get that down, the volume balancing. But yeah, because the clap definitely needs to go up in volume. The stacked vocals could be down a hair, but definitely the lead's got to come up. Honestly, you could turn up the lead in general, and maybe it'll be fine. Drums can knock more. Definitely look into like some like parallel compression. Some drum bus compression is pretty saucy to glue your drums together. Also, some like soft clipping and hard clipping depending. Thank you so much for the follow, fam. You rock. I'm doing good. How are you? Especially like learning some side chaining as well for your like having I'm great man. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Can I share a song? Is it an original song? That's It is. Yeah, you could drop it. There's a pinned comment that says submit your song here. Click on the link. It'll take you to our website. You could fill out the form and it'll automatically be added to the queue. But like other than that, dude, I'm telling you, like those small things, major difference. I'm telling you. You will start, like I guarantee you, like your next mix after using reference mixes will be night and day. Oh shit, thank you so much. Oh damn, Eric Smith, appreciate you, fam. So we do have another donation submission, so let me it's been a while. I hope everything's good with you, fam. I like the track. I'm telling you, like a really solid mix on that. After using like the reference mixes, it will go so hard, dude. So let me drop the link here. So we do have another donation submission. So this is a full play. Appreciate you. Work on the vocals for this track. I've been making my friends making a video. I'll submit that when it's done, and we'll see if it's better. Hell yeah, dude! No, for sure. Like, feel free. Like, I always tell people, like, don't be afraid to like submit mix updates too. If you want like another pair of ears on like your next mix, or you know, once you get to a certain point with your mixing, you could always send another update. So don't be afraid to resubmit a track if you want more advice from the same one or another pair of ears. So we have 1A72 Rothma by Hammersmith Music. That's what I'm talking about, dude. I have some people literally submit like tracks and multiple things. Oh wait. I moved 1,100 miles away from Florida. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, dude. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's quite the travel, man. Oh my goodness. Still not where I'm going, but getting there. Holy crap. Damn. Well, wishing you safe travels, man. Let's hear it.
proposals we win is sunburnt on beach. And then I just asked her to it was really weird. I said, if I'd asked you to marry me, would you do it? Which was not the way to do it. And she said, yes, I will. Just straight off. And I thought, that's all was me a question.
Whoa. Whoa.
This was a certified
One
banger.
of my kids just blue chunks on my... Oh no! Oh no! I hope they feel better, dude. I hope they feel better. I think they were saying that they threw up on their bed. I think that's what... Super abstract stuff as per usual. Love the drum percussion sounds going on. The synth sound design was sick. See, my cat likes to do that, so I get it. Although it's not the same, but yeah. 4 out of 5 people got sick this week. I'm the only one left that hasn't been infected. You gotta wear a hazmat suit, dude. Gotta be spraying the air with Lysol, man. Overall, love the swing of the track. I love the weird like vocal chops that come, especially towards the end. Like, you just go ham with some of the sound design. It's like these tribal drums going on throughout the record. I love the fucking bass line as well. Like, the dun. It's simple, but it works. It makes you like zone out, which is like the best. Sometimes that's what you need, you know. You must be immune. They're probably the patient zero. OJ McBaggins is patient zero. That's why they already had it probably, and they just didn't know it, and they just spread it to everyone else. That's what it is. I remember there was a point where everyone in my house got COVID, except for my brother. We're like, nah, he was the chosen one. As far as like background music, it's like it sounds like something that should. What I love about your music is it sounds like it's very functional, you know. Like, have you ever tried, like, just out of curiosity, like working with like game developers or something? Because your music sounds like it could be totally just like looped. I don't know why, I just hear this in like a really like sci-fi-esque cutscene or something. I haven't seen someone do those eyes and lips in like 5 years. That's pretty funny. I remember when I first started seeing that all over, I was like, what's going on? No, but people tell me that all the time. Either that or cinematic. Yeah. I mean, I really don't have anything really as far as like critiques go here. Like, you have a lead synth in there, and I know that's something that I always talk to you about. I'm like, we need a lead synth, and then you have one here. There's a lot of bass information, but it's clean. The drums are clean.
I asked her, which was not the way.
I got you, Karma, right after this. As far as like critique, I honestly don't have critiques for that. I think it sounds cool. That was cool as hell. Honestly. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. It's very alien-like, which I guess that's what you were going for with the "We are not alone" in all caps that you had there. Sorry, I gotta start adding some new sound effects. Guys, make me some sound effects to add to this. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't ask you guys. Never mind. I'll get some of the weirdest things sent through in my DMs. Those are some of the weirdest sounds. No, thank you. I appreciate you, Eric Smith. You rock, dude. Let me put you in here. I'll get some of the weirdest sound requests. I have a bunch of Jesse Lee Patterson samples. Yeah, I just want to check where I'm at in the queue. Yeah, no, of course, I got you. I'm gonna give everyone a rundown for the queue real quick. So what I have is, I have Zorg, then I have Mr. Sings, then after that, hold on, I have then I have Tag, then I have Moon, then I have Shiki, then I have Karma, then I have Waboss, then I have Pessimist, then I have Yeti Boys, then I have Joe Farwick. That's what I have as far as the queue currently. So I hope that's helpful. If you didn't hear your name, that means that it didn't go through to the queue, so just be careful. Just try to resend it through. So without further ado, let's get to the next one. So the free submissions go faster. So this is "Open the Door and Let Me In" by Zorg, another like abstract kind of piece. That is those notes from the movie Close Encounters from the Third Kind. Whoa. The more you know. Yeah, of course. The more you learn. That's what, man. 30-second mark. That was "Open the Door and Let Me In." Hey yo! That was some horror shit going on right there. Damn. So let me put the poll up inside there. Cool track overall. Absolutely love the synth sound design. As Eric Smith says, love the dissonance. As far as like critiques go, I mean, it sounds functional for what it is. There's not really much I would say as far as critiques go for that. Damn, dude, hell yeah. I thought it sounded cool. Maybe even some like radio chat or something, like some spooky like other effects in there. Just, I mean, that's just reaching though. I feel like it's fine. So you're good. Damn, I spelled "except" so wrong. Hold on. My cat also wants to declare that he's here, by the way. So move on to the next one. Thank you so much, dude. Cool track. There we go. We got "Treble Clef Chant" by Mr. Sings. That's what I'm talking about. Another children's song from Mr. Sings. Let's run it. Which absolutely love.
My work is easy.
We got hit with an ad, guys. Oh no.
Boy, it was sure.
And SpongeBob for some reason. Hold on. There we
Treble
go.
clef chant.
I'm equipped with the tools to grow. I don't bow down to fear no more. I'm equipped with the tools to grow. I don't bow down to fear no more. I'm equipped with the tools to grow. I don't bow down to fear no more. I'm equipped with the tools to grow. I don't bow down to fear no more.
I face my fears, I ace my tests.
A
I chase my dreams and erase regrets.
E
I face my fears, I ace my tests.
A
I chase my dreams and erase regrets.
E I'm equipped with the tools to grow. I don't bow down to fear no more. I'm equipped with the tools to grow. I don't bow down to fear no more. I'm equipped with the tools to grow. I don't bow down to fear no more. I'm equipped with the tools to grow. I don't bow down to fear no more.
I face my fears, I ace my tests. I chase my dreams and erase regrets.
Ooh, okay.
I face my fears, I ace my tests. I chase my dreams and erase regrets.
Treble clef chant.
Whoo! Treble clef chant. That's what I'm talking
This was a
about.
certified banger.
That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, that vocoder like effect towards the end was pretty damn spicy, dude. And your trace regrets. Spicy chords we got going on there. I'd peep the you're going ham with the letters.
Erase regrets.
E
I face my fears, I ace my tests.
A
I
That's
chase my
right.
dreams and erase regrets.
E
That's right. The lines, the spaces. What's funny? One thing that I learned was one thing that I learned as far as like from my music teacher about like the treble clef. I remember she used to like drill into my head back when I was in like first grade. It was like E, G, B, D, F are the names of the lines of the treble clef. F, A, C, E. The spaces are easy. And that's still stuck in my head. So I'm happy to get some new ones coming along. That's what I'm talking about. Catchy stuff. But these things, I really have nothing for you, dude. I mean, mix sounds clean, like the harmonies that you added. Congrats on the release, dude. And yeah, those were the ones that were loaded up during the live stream. So I'm gonna start loading up the next ones, which were submitted during the live stream. Oh yeah, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. I know sometimes I talk a lot, guys. I'm sorry. I realize I'm just like, damn, I'd be ranting sometimes. But if you haven't already, be sure to smash that subscribe button, the like button, and all of that jazz. We do these twice a week. We do these every Tuesday and every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I almost said 6 p.m. So definitely join the Discord server as well. It's free to join. Let me load up all the tracks that were submitted during the live stream. My voice is terrible. So sorry if you start hearing a bunch of songs playing at once. It's all my fault. Bow, 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 bow. Here we load up all the tracks. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. There we go. Loading up the tracks that were submitted. Boom. Boom. We should be able to get to everybody today, so that's what I'm talking about. Here comes all the tracks playing all at once. There we go. Beautiful, as per usual. So without further ado, this is Tag. This is Want You to Say It Back. Work in progress, might be compressed because of YouTube. Any thoughts? Yeah, definitely.
Be quiet.
Ooh, that sounds good. Or hell yeah. So this is Want You to Say It Back demo. Let's run it.
I wasn't born too tall, so I can see eye to eye with every last person that I meet. Sometimes I wished I wasn't born at all, because I've been through life and it feels like the world is cruel to me. But then you go and lift me up when I've gone and had enough.
Ooh, nice chord.
You show me who I'm supposed to be, enough for us to see so clearly. When you tell me that I love you, I wanna say it back. I really wanna say I love you too. And when I say the words I love you, I want you to say it back. Come on, babe, you know exactly what to do.
That's the 1 minute 30-second mark. Thank you so much for submitting. Hell yeah, that was Tag. Cool track overall. I love the slap bass you got going there. The boom, 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 boom. Some nice chords over there. I love the vocal melodies they have. Catchy stuff going on. Having fun with the lead synth there. Okay, dude. Overall.
And it feels like the world is cruel to me.
So my first question to you is, what microphone did you use to record? What's going on, 808 Wi-Fi? How we feeling, dude? What mic do you use to record? Is my question. Because
then you go and lift me up.
a blue snowball, $30. That's why. I could tell. That's one of the things, like, I know, like, sometimes, like, I know, like, yeah, they definitely, the quality of the recording of the vocals I could hear, and that's not just YouTube. I would definitely, I know sometimes, like, getting in a whole setup sometimes could be a little bit on the pricey side, so I get it. Like, it can be a bit expensive, but I always recommend, like, artists to eventually, you know, upgrade to a, you know, an interface with a decent, like, converters and like a XLR setup for your microphone when you can eventually. And you could definitely, I always recommend people look used online, especially like Facebook Marketplace, Reverb, eBay, stuff like that. Because a lot of the times what people will do is once they eventually upgrade from, you know, their Focusrite setup, and usually they'll have like some sort of like, you know, SM7B, or like they'll have like a Rode NT1A or something along those lines. Like they'll end up like bundling everything to kind of like get it all out so they could recoup some of the money, so you can get it for usually grouped together for pretty cheap. Does this count as yacht rock? Absolutely. Kenny Loggins approved. Oh shit, I do like what's going on. The vocals could be compressed. I feel like you can glue them together more. Definitely some high end overall in the mix. I think you can glue that bass a bit more with some. I think you can even like raise it. Be careful with some of those harmonies. They're a bit crunchy. Definitely some compression on the bass to even out some of the dynamics of the slapping. I think you can get away with more stacks for the vocals too. Like I tend to do like at least, especially for a hook like this, like 4 notes for 4 vocals per note. Like and I feel like that would go a long way, because you'll get a lot more glued sound once you like compress them, and then you could send them to like a reverb bus. It would go a long way. But yeah, that's really as far as like critiques go on the track. I thought it was sick. Nice work. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Tag. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Tag. Cool track, dude. Super groovy. I don't know why it reminds me almost of like the 70s in a sense. Super groovy, which is I always love some psychedelic type stuff. No, thank you. I hope that's helpful. Appreciate it. So next we have Godspeed by Moon. I know Moon was here. So this is produced by Bailey Daniel. Hell yeah. This is Godspeed by Moon Rocks. Moon Rocks, right? Let's run it. See if they're still here.
Well, there was this man that I used to know, a comedian who had waited his whole life to do a show. He talked about how if only he had a crowd, then maybe his favorite clowns would make for the greatest show. I heard he died alone. Finally got on stage and went for the microphone. But before he got a chance, everyone started laughing and something funny happened. He choked. But ain't the world beautiful? It keeps spinning regardless of what they do to you. I heard he got life for trying to finish sentences he couldn't write.
Ooh.
The world ain't that beautiful. The world ain't that beautiful. But maybe that's life. Good grief, Godspeed, and good night. Well, there was a singer who just happened to be at the show tonight that the audience stopped laughing. He asked the crowd if they would forget about the singer when he was gone, but everyone kept dancing. The singer began to panic. The more he tried to reach him, the less they could understand him. His singing turned to screaming, and when he finished the anthem, something funny happened. He vanished. But ain't the world beautiful? It keeps spinning, and that's the worst it'll do to you. I heard he got life, but I can't remember if he said why.
Woo!
The world ain't that beautiful. The world ain't that beautiful. But maybe that's life. Good grief, Godspeed, and good night. Well,
that was Godspeed by Moon Rocks, dude.
This was a certified banger.
That was clean as hell, my guy. Damn, that was clean as hell, my guy. I don't know. I couldn't tag them for some reason. I don't know why. It was acting a bit weird, but damn, dude can spit. Dude's got a good pen. Overall, like, instrumental, love the swing. The keys were really nice. The overall mix was really nice. I really didn't have any complaints for that.
there was this actress.
Vocals nice and up front. I like the compression on the vocals. I think it sounds nice. It sounds like the vocals are nicely saturated. Like, it sounds like a professionally done record, which is what you want. It's what else do I say about that, dude? Like I don't know why my tagging's not working. Hell yeah. And then maybe if I type, maybe he had a different username or some shit, but I don't know why it's not working, but I tried. As far as like critiques go for this, I literally got nothing. Your flow was in the pocket. I like the stacks. I like the transition. The instrumental felt like it moved. The drums were nice and up front. The piano's nicely saturated. That sounded like a professional mix to me. Good job. Hell yeah. Genuinely, hell yeah. I wonder if this is like on I wonder if this is on Spotify, because if not, that'd be a damn shame. His Neshka, I'd add that to the list. That shit sounds solid. So next we have Everyday. Let's go. So I don't exclusive preview. Oh shit, by Shiki. Let's run it. Shiki is a fucking beast.
Every day like it be see the flow every day. You get that bill. Swear the stress got me sipping on some Hennessy. I'm on a wave, chill vibe. Can't let no fake niggas bother me. We ballin' every day. You ain't about that life, no come block my way. Cause we living every day like it be deal. My love for that will. One more till income. Waiting eyes don't see one more till income. You feel things in a film, in a sitcom. Shout out to my people for Shuri and Miami, them be real ones. Cause I hear gon' show line. Kasha ma shokwe. Kasha ma go. Kasha ma jaye lo. Deo. 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 Every day. Deo. Every day, yo. Every day, yo. Now they see all the mommies where they post for me. Throw back to when they done get post for me. When it was jokes on me, shit now they toast for me. So raise a toast to me. And see the vibe, no be problem, me full body. Baby,
That's what I meant. 30-second mark. Thank you so much for submitting. That was Shiki. Shiki's vocal, like I love Shiki's vibes so much. Like,
you want to know.
like I love the Afro pop shit, man. It's so sick. I absolutely love it. Instrumental sounds nice. I feel like definitely as far as like anything, I would say like vocal flow is nice. The sound design of the instrumental is so sick. Great imagery as per usual. I think really the main thing is in the mixing. The vocals, I think you get some more compression sauce on there. Maybe just a little bit more saturation on the vocals. Definitely some more high end on the vocals because the vocals feel a little bit muffled. Yeah, but that's really it, dude. Shit sounds clean, man. Nice work. Thank you so much for submitting. So 808 Wi-Fi, I know you donated like to the live stream or the previous live stream and then disappeared, so I'm gonna give you the line skip for this one. I'm gonna give you the line skip. So hold up. I don't know why it didn't copy paste, but here we go. Since I didn't see the track from yours, yeah, you like donated and then dipped, which I appreciate, man. So I didn't forget. But yeah, Shiki, shit sounded really solid. Great mix. Nice work. I was like, the last time you were here, I was like, where are you, dude? Like, I like did like a roll call like a million times. I was like, I guess maybe he was just, you know, I don't know. So, I mean, you're here now, so we gonna do it. Hell yeah. Let's get it. So let me put Shiki's thing here. So let's run. This is dark, ominous, orchestral type beat. I lit the sky for you. Let's run it. We'll play it in its entirety. Whoa, that was trippy at the end. That was trippy. That was 808 Wi-Fi, Dark Ominous, Orchestral Type B. I Lit the Sky for You. First off, cool ass name, dude. Overall, I thought that the sound design was really, I think you really nailed the vibe with the dark, ominous vibes. I think that's literally spot on with the description. And is what the hell? Now my question is, what is this picture, dude? Just out of curiosity. I like the track overall. The 808 was definitely fucking knocking. That there's no
Supreme knocking.
there's no doubt in my mind that shit was not going ham. Moon Rocks, I just went over yours, man. Yours was like you could rewind back a little bit. Moon Rocks. Overall, what I would say as far as critiques go for this, mainly, I think the drums are nice and up front. 808's definitely knocking, which as far as like the drum balance for everything, like I thought sounded good. As far as like the overall mix and balance and everything, I thought was solid. If you know, you know. Okay, got it. Oh man. It's different though, maybe not. Bohemian Grove, I think. That's pretty funny. Interdimensional space aliens, dude. That's how it feels. Float off into space. Dude, felt that shit. What I would say as far as like critiques. Oh wow, hi cat. He's on my chair behind me. What I would say as far as like critiques go, mainly I feel like. You see this? You see this? You see this, man? Oh my goodness. Hi. Oh my goodness. Look at this. he wanted to say something. That's what he wanted to tell you. Hey, bonus points for anyone to sample what my cat just played on the piano for next time. You saw that? Look at how like attention starved this cat is. Apparently my dude was yeah, he loves me. I don't know if you could tell. As far as like critiques go, I wish there was something like else going on the track. It felt like it was missing something, and by that something I meant some sort of like melodic idea that would drive the track to have these different sections, because you did structure the beat out very nicely, but I would like something melodic in there. Something that's like, even if it's mad subtle and it comes in like only for like a certain section, but just to drive the track. And I do hear that you do layer, like for example, your pads and everything like that, which is really sick. But I definitely would add something on top, whether it could be like a plucked element, it could be like a piano. It doesn't have to be throughout the whole thing. The answer, yes, Godspeed is on Spotify. W. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, like. I don't know, like something like, because you're in the key of D minor. You're in the key of D minor, so just something that's going through the D minor key, or something that's in like melodic that you could do in the key of D minor would really bring out the sauce. Of course, Moonrock, thank you. So, I mean, there's not really much else to say. Everything sounds clean. This track would go hard with the right artist on it. I think you can get an artist on that shit to just go ham, and dude, that's really all I got for you, man. My cat also approves of it heavily. know if you could hear him purring. Oh my goodness. If you check this out, bro, you're gonna have to drop it in the we have a submission form. If you could drop it in the submission form, and make sure that's an original track only. But 808 Wi-Fi, hell yeah, dude. Again, appreciate you for submitting. I mean, your mixing sounds clean. Everything sounds loud. Everything sounds balanced. There's not really much else in the mixing side, but definitely in the production. So, thank you. And by definitely, I mean just some small like textural stuff in there just to separate it and make it special. I always say, like, how can I make this track special versus just your average track? And I feel like that's really the main thing that this would really, like, just layering and a melodic idea would just bring it to a whole nother level. And I think there's a great, like, beat skeleton. It feels like a really good beat skeleton, but, like, expanding on it, I feel like is totally the wave. So thank you so much. I sent in a song called Downtown Chicken. Hope you like it, bro. Hell yeah, dude. I hear a melody for it. See, Chris and Frankie's already cooking. Hell yeah, dude. We'll move on to the next one, which is Karma WDB Self-Destructing. Let's run it.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
Tell me that we just friends. I put in all this work, good for nothing. Somehow you're never up for discussion. If it's not about money, you gon' change the subject. You don't see me self-destructing. With you I can't last, and I'm speaking from the fuck shit. Am I just your friend in public? Let me know so I know if you're even worth cuffing. Play to me like the strings on a violin. Stop me before I bring in the violence. Revenge on my mind, but I'm still deciding if I should kill you now. Do I need a reason? Shot at her a couple times, she ain't even bleeding. She took that shit like a boss. I see her leaving, I guess that I'm at a loss. That watch us come back, dog. Tell me that we just friends. I put in all this work, good for nothing. Somehow you're never up for discussion. If it's not about money, you gon' change the subject. You don't see me self-destructing. With you I can't last, and I'm speaking from the fuck shit. Am I just your friend in public? Let me know so I know if you're even worth cuffing.
Thank you so much for submitting. That was Self-Destructing by Karma WDB.
This was a certified
Yeah,
banger.
definitely. I always love me some 80s, like updated 80s vibes, which like I feel like those tracks always go the hardest. I don't know why, but it just sounds so good with those 80s drums. The boom-ka, boom-ka. That's funny. I just did a few tracks like that the other day. Cool track. I love what's going on melodically in the instrumental. The mix is pretty damn solid. The vocals, nice and up front.
Oh, if you're even worth cuffing. Play to me like the strings on a violin. Stop.
I love that. The violin. Nice with the motion of the vocals there. Definitely will be sending more songs in future streams. Godspeed was just the beginning. Hell yeah. That's what I was gonna go on a whole rant about that after I was done with this.
If I should kill you now.
What I would say, as far as like critiques go on this, really nothing. I think of the lighting, the writing on this is sick.
For discussion, if it's not about money,
And when you said the violin, even though it was a viola, the first thing that I thought of was that we had forgotten to submit that piece with the Bach piece on the viola.
do I need a reason? Shot at her a couple times.
What I would say, I feel like for this track, like I would like something more melodic for the hook, like something more melodic for the hook section to really like be a difference from what's going on, because you have like this kind of like very fast paced verses that's going on there, so something that's more slow for like the
she ain't even bleeding. She took that shit like a boss. I see her leaving, I guess that I'm at a loss. That watch us come
would go
back.
such a long way. I feel like that's really the only thing I have to say about that. Dun, 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 dun. Like track sounds clean, so I mean, nice work. I feel like you could turn down the vocals like maybe a few decibels, like if even. But it sounds sick to me. You did your thing, dude. So thank you so much for submitting. And as far as like the rant that I was gonna go on, I didn't want to interrupt the track, but literally Moon Rocks, the track that we were listening to earlier, said, to my fellow artists, I firmly believe a mix and master can make a break of a song. Believe it or not, I'm recording on a 7-year-old's used $80 microphone and Audacity. Bro, that's what I'm always saying is like someone who knows what they're doing can outmix, like who has like not that great equipment can have a track that sounds more polished than someone with all the plugins in the world working in a multi-million-dollar studio. Like, you have to know your tools at the end of the day. It's so important because you can get a lot out of a little if you really know what you're doing. And that's why I've always been such a huge advocate for, like, you know, don't overthink it. Like, budget setups are solid. Like, I've done a lot of records, like untreated rooms. We're talking out of people's motherfucking bedrooms. Like, and you could really make do with these days. I'm telling you, I always tell people, like, especially like people who are just getting into the mixing game versus like people who have been in the game for a while, is like, give them the stock plugins on any DAW and they could outmix someone who has everything. So that's always been a huge thing. So only just furthering my point with that. Thank you. So next we have Waboss, All Hope Is Lost. Let's run it. Oh. Hold on. There we go. Elm! That was Waboss. That was All Hope Is Lost. I love the rhyming scheme there. Sick track, dude. Overall, I do like the synth sound design and everything like that. I like the drum swing. The drum swing was mad unique. I thought that was mad sick. That was my favorite part about the track. It was super swung, but it was like different. It wasn't like your typical swing that you would expect. Like, it was cool. The sound design was sick. I like the effects that you were doing, but what I would say as far as the main critique that I have for this is be careful when you're doing these effects, right? That you want to kind of have them, especially when you're using like super stereo effects, like what you're using, is you have to like always mono check your mixes, because like the volume differences was a little like off-putting as far as like the mix goes. And the overall like the effects, like you kind of want to not have just a stagnant effect. Usually you kind of want to do some automation so there's feels like there's movement, or else the like going between your effects feels a bit like drastic but not like in a good way. So just be careful of that. Definitely use some automation, will go a long way. So as far as like especially like you do like these like reverb effect, if you did like this like reverb effect and you like automated the reverb dryness and everything, would go such a long way with that. But cool track overall. Thank you so much for submitting. That was Waboss. Hell yeah, dude. To further my argument on the other side of the court, I had a friend who spent his entire 2 stimulus check on music equipment. Damn. And the quality was still nowhere near my current mixes. He no longer makes music. Yeah. That exactly. Like, I feel like a lot of the times, like having limits and whatnot to some of the stuff that you do, like you have to really, really take the time and learn the equipment that you have already, because there's such a world of things you could use, like even with just the stock plugins, there's just a world of things to be able to like figure out and use and find what works and what doesn't. So when you keep, that's why I haven't really bought new plugins in so long, because when you keep purchasing plugins and purchasing plugins and purchasing plugins, like you never really learn how to actually use the shit you have already, you know? So I've always been like a huge advocate, like I just use the stuff that you have, you know? How do I join the Discord for more detailed reviews? So we do have, if you join the Discord server, I know the more detailed reviews is, like, that is a paid submission thing, so I just want to be transparent about that. But to join the Discord server, it's free to join the server. If you go in the link in the description, it says join our Discord, and click that, and then you could go to the, there should be, I believe it's on the Discord app application on the computer. You'll see service subscriptions. Click on that, and then there's an option there. So without further ado, there's no VIP produced by me. I think it's like $4 a month. So let's run it.
Dude, okay, Banzera is gonna be the best you'll ever hear from me, I promise. Dude, I believe you. If it's gonna sound anything like this, then bitch, I wanna see it. I wanna feel it. I wanna feel that shit, nigga.
R.I.P.O. VIPs. Once was there but can't repeat. Silver where you can't be me. Slashing then you'll never see. Arcane Empire, rap my team. Y'all are some bitches, they make me. Guillotine. R.I.P.O. VIPs. Can't repeat. Slashing then you'll never see. Arcane Empire, rap my team. Y'all are some bitches, they make me. Wanna be president EXE. Into a night guillotine.
That was No VIP, produced by me, by Pessimist. Cool track overall. Like, I like the switch up that you had going on there. It was cool. Very interesting track, dude. Just randomly just go ham on the mix bus. Currently in an active war zone, yeah. The track does feel that way. But dude, the mixing. I know you hate when I say this, Pessimist, but I have to be like, it's the mixing! Pessimist, the mixing, dude. Like, I'm telling you, like, you lose so much of the punch, dude. Like, one day I should do like a video or like a live stream where I like go over like how to get like punchy distorted mixes. So you guys know I'm not just like fucking saying shit. But yeah, just be careful with the sound design there. Plus, like, it could just be me personally, but I know you have like this like really loud thing falling down and whatnot. I feel like if you tune that to the key, I feel like that would fit even better. I know that sounds so weird as far as like a special effect going, but I know you always say that no, wait, listen, I'm taking you seriously. I mean, you'd be surprised, fam. Then you'll never see. Arcane Empire, rap my team. Y'all are some bitches, they make me wanna be president EXE into a night guillotine. But yeah, dude. I think he's a bit tight from the last time I said the mixing wasn't quite there, but that's okay. Yeah, we do need some bonks. We do need some bonks. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what the track needs. It needs some of these, some bonks. That's what I'm talking about. So we'll move on to the next one. Thank you so much for submitting, dude. So next we have Honestly by Yeti Boys. Let's run it. Damn, I could already tell this shit's about to be loud as hell. Look at that shit. I'm gonna turn this shit down.
Okay, look, yeah, I can tell you that I do this shit for accolades, and I could probably tell you shit I know it agitates. Yeah, I could say shit the producer doesn't advocate, and I can say a lot of shit that other rappers say. But honestly, you want my honesty? I do this shit because deep down is what I wanna be. I use these verses just to narrate all my fallen deeps, the kind of shit that otherwise would keep it lock and key. This food for thought, these other rappers feel like Ramadan, but I pull out my inner nard while hey keep rocking on. While I reject all the BS that they were probably taught, I'm gonna push out the knowledge that were my mama's thoughts. Cause honestly, you want my honesty? The elder swagger jacking feeling like a robbery. We got the newcomers experimenting audibly. They go and rob us and they think they won the lottery. That's why I'm skating on these smoke beats, I'ma take it back. The rappers that I looked up to, they now all out of whack. Kanye West went Kanye South. We used to look up to Diddy, look at the shit he done now. Honestly, you want my honesty? I'm fucking done with looking.
Peace out, Moon Rocks.
Claiming they care when they didn't. Look, it's his odyssey. Look up to Kate on 3000, only one to see me honoring. I'll say it one more time to be clear. I'm done with all this. How the fuck you got the 17-year-old on his conscious shit? Me and the Yeti that's on the beat, we fucking hard as shit. Don't let none of the rumors fool you. We fucking on this shit. But honestly, you want my fuck Jay.
Cool, that was Honestly by Yeti Boys. Let's get it. Hell yeah, dude. Cool track overall. Yeah, love the feel of the instrumental. He said maybe later's an abstract hip-hop mixtape. Wow, I can't even talk. Mixtape written and produced by Yeti Boys. Hell yeah, dude. Cool track overall.
I tell you that I do this shit for accolades, and I could probably tell you shit I know it agitate. Yeah, I could say shit the producer doesn't advocate, and
yeah, production is sick. Appreciate you, Moon Rocks. You rock, fam. You rock. Appreciate you. Up to the team. Hell yeah, dude. Overall, I think that the overall record, like, I like the flow what the vocalist is doing here.
This food for thought, these other rappers feel like Ramadan, but I pull out my inner nard while hey keep rocking on. While I reject all the BS that they were probably taught, I'm gonna push out the knowledge that were my mama's thoughts. Cause honestly, you want my honesty? The elder swagger jacking feeling like
what microphone are you using to record the vocals, just out of curiosity?
No robbery. We got the newcomers experimenting audibly. They go and rob us and they think they won the lottery. That's why I'm skating on these smoke beats, I'ma take it back. The rappers that I looked up.
Yeah, what a Shure SM58. Oh, okay, cool. So what as far as like for the EQ of the mic that I would recommend doing, cause like I think that the overall, like I think the microphone, as far as like the Shure SM58, like you can make it work. Don't get me wrong, but it does take a lot of like stuff in the mixing. And I think if you're going for like you wanted it to sound like it's like a live performance and whatnot, I think you did a good job with that.
I pull out my inner nard while hey keep rocking on. While I reject all the BS that they were probably taught, I'm gonna push out the knowledge that were my now. Honestly, you want my honest.
As far as like critiques go on the record, really there's not much to say. Hold on, let me throw the poll up real quick. I think it's a well-produced record overall. Like the vocalist is in the pocket, which is sick.
It's
nice.
And I can say a lot of shit.
As far as like the mixing overall, what I would say is I would love for the vocals, because it seems like very on the like mid heavy, like I wouldn't say like upper mid heavy, but more like the around 700 range heavy. Like, and I would love for the vocals to have a bit more like air to them, so a bit more high end overall. Thank you so much for the follow. Veld producer, you rock, fam. So I would love for there to be a bit more of a boost on the highs overall.
Is what I wanna be. I use these verses just to narrate all my fallen deeps, the kind of shit that otherwise would keep it lock and key. This food for thought, these other
because the vocals I think could cut through a little bit more be like a tiny bit more upfront. But I think that would fix your like I think that would make the vocals pop a bit more, as having a bit more air. So you may have to like use a multiband compressor on the vocals first, and then just to tame some of those like mid frequencies and like a hair of those spikes. So you want to adjust like the setting of the multiband compressor so that the attack time is pretty fast, but the release time is also pretty fast. So you're just catching those transients of the vocals, and raising the high end with like an analog emulated EQ, because it tends to add a nice just tube distortion kind of sheen on top, would go a long way. And I would love for there to be some more punch out of some of these drums, but it depends on like how you're sampling, of course. Like,
I use these verses just to narrate all my fallen deep.
I do like the saturated vibes.
The kind of shit that otherwise.
Did my song go into the queue? Let me see. Hold on, Dash. But other than that, I think it sounds pretty damn solid. Dacha, only original tracks. I know it says I see something that says Juice WRLD. I can't play that if it is a Juice WRLD track. So that's really all I got for you. Thank you so much for submitting. You rock, fam. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. So we got Principles by Joe Farwick. I believe they were on Twitch earlier. I wonder if they're still here. It reminds me of MF Doom. Yeah, honestly, I thought the track was sick. It's unreleased with his vocals, which means no copyright. I mixed it. Okay. If I get a copyright strike, mister, I swear. This is Principles. Let's run it. Hell yeah.
I gotta break my principles. Don't know why I run against the storm. Turbulence is just a thing in my head. Wanna be alone. Even if my life is getting critical, it wouldn't be a thing I wanna know. Mama always say you get what you give. I'ma get it all. In the water, or it could be a rock in the mud that might be starting feeding the fire. Show me what you got, and I don't see a glimpse of your sunshine. I'm walking through the streets at the night. You only see me out in the moonlight. I will be alright.
That's all, man. 30-second mark. Thank you so much for submitting. That was Joe Farwick. That's what I'm talking about. Cool track overall.
This was a certified banger.
Yeah, love those harmonies going on. Yeah, it sounded really. Yeah, I know jam, but it sounds very good. Yeah, as far as like the overall like spread of everything, I totally agree, Raven. I think that the vocals are nicely spread across the stereo field. The track overall has kind of like a industrial almost elements to it in a way, with some of the sound design that's going on with the track, which is sick. I'd like to. I feel like you can add for the track overall.
You say you get what you give. I'ma get it all.
I would say the overall vocals.
It wouldn't be a thing I wanna know.
Maybe just a tiny bit more presence on the mix for the vocals.
Mama always say you get.
Did you get the Downtown Chicken, mate? I'm gonna be loading up the tracks that are coming through in a second. So after this one, yeah, I believe so. If it's Lava Pigeon X the Marigolds, then yes, I do have it. So
What you get, I'ma get it all.
Like, I would love some stacks of the I'ma get it all would be nice.
Don't know why I run against the storm. Turbulence is just a thing.
Maybe some more punch out of those. Would be sick.
Or it could be a rock in the mud that might be starting feet in the fire. Show me what you got, and I don't see a glimpse of your sunshine.
But yeah, cool track overall. Thank you so much for submitting. Hell yeah, dude. Like the harmonies. So I'm gonna load up the, I believe we have only 2 more tracks left for the night. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if you haven't submit your track already, be sure to submit now or forever hold your track until this upcoming Saturday. We have the links both on Twitch and on YouTube, so definitely be sure to submit using the links there if you haven't already. And yeah, we're going to be picking up on Saturday as regular programming here on the channel. So would totally recommend, let's see, here we go. Become a subscriber and a follower, because we do these twice a week. And also join the Discord server. It's free to join. Cool community. We're going to be running more events, so definitely come through. So without further ado, let's run it. This is Downtown Chicken. Let's go.
As you devour your chicken when you're downtown. Oh, I hope you're feeling good about yourself. You spit on the pavement as you perch on a window shelf, and you don't seem to care about anybody else. But I hope you're feeling good about yourself.
You did, Chris and Frankie. You did.
This class of pricks who always play pretend. Yeah, you think there'd be more intelligent people residing in number 10, but all it has is this class of pricks who can't even make a mess. Twisted, crooked mind.
That's the 1 minute 30-second mark. Thank you so much for submitting. That was Downtown Chicken. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, fam. I love the first off, the like any song that's about a chicken, absolute peak. This was filmed in college. Oh shit, hell yeah. Yeah, that hell yeah. Did you do the production? Like what's the story with it? Just out of curiosity. Are you the vocalist? Are you the one who played the guitar? Like what's the story? Overall, like, you know, guitars sound clean, vocals sound clean. It's very reminiscent of like reminds me of like what's it called? What band is that? Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, what band is that? I put it together. Hell yeah. This is gonna drive me crazy. But as far as like the overall the track, I thought it progressed well. It sounds nice and full. Vocalist is going ham. what I would say as far as like critiques go is just slight things in the mixing. I would like I think the overall mixing, I think you can get some more sauce, like especially with the vocals, we can make them pop with some like saturation or something. Like I think, oh my God, what band is that? Is it the White Stripes? Not the White Stripes. Oh my God, the Strokes. I think like the Strokes would be like a good reference mix for their stuff. Would go, not the White Stripes. I don't know what I was thinking with that. It's not even close. But like you'll notice there's like definitely some more compression sauce on the vocals, and I feel like you can get even just a little edgier, maybe some parallel saturation on the vocals to make them like super edgy sounding. And I think the guitars could be a bit fuller in the low mids. I like the presence of the bass. I think some drum bus sauce could definitely glue it together. Even a bit more air. Some more highs on the vocals and you're good to go. That shit sounded good as hell. Nice work, guys. Be sure to vote for us on the stream. I think we only have one track left for today. Damn. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. No, track sounds clean, so you did a fantastic job. So, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So we'll move on to the next one, which I believe is the last one. So correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see. I don't know. This is a released album right here. I don't know if I should trust you on this one here. You got anything that's not Juice WRLD or something without the vocals? Because that would be definitely ideal. But hell yeah. Okay, Marigold. That's what I'm talking about. Because I kind of want to just skip on this one if that's the case. Because technically you don't own Juice WRLD's vocals, so technically it is copywritten. So I'm not going to chance it. So let's get it. Cool. So I think that's it for today. Like I really don't want to chance it, so I'm not going to. Cool. So that's it for today. We'll wrap up. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. As per usual, you guys are awesome.
Song with the stream. This was a certified banger.
It's always a pleasure doing these live streams, and it's always a ton of fun, especially meeting a lot of new people today. So shout out to you guys. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. So as far as the contenders for song of the stream for today, we got we got Moon Rocks, we got Marigold TV, we got 808 Wi-Fi, and we have Julianos. So those are the top 4 voted ones for today.
This was a certified banger.
W's! Let's go! So it's always a pleasure doing these live streams. And yeah, we do these every Tuesday and every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely would love to see you in the future. So we gonna pick up on Saturday, and I'll keep everyone posted regarding the as far as when we're gonna be doing the live streams for the Song of the Month and for the Sample This event, because I do want to do that a lot more often, Sample This event, because I am super excited to show you guys what one I've been working on, but also 2 to hear what you guys have been doing. So it's always exciting to hear your guys' compositions, because you guys are funny as hell. But yeah, let me just make sure I have. So if you made it this far into the video, once the video goes live on the channel, comment something down below about chickens. Something about chickens, just to celebrate all of the chicken and all that stuff. I always do a nod for the last track of the night. But thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate all the kind words. And dang, man's gambled it all and lost it all. Damn. Well, yeah, as I always say, I feel like this is the new saying of the live stream. Don't work too hard unless it's on your music, and we'll pick up on Saturday. Peace out, everyone. Have a good night. And if you want, we also do mixing and mastering services. If you're interested in that, you could just contact me with the contact us form on the bottom of our website at spacehoundrecords.com. Peace out, everyone. Bye. Oh yeah. My mic is still on. Oh yeah. Don't bonk too hard. No promises. And to the person who said they tried to make a song obviously not bad. The fact that I couldn't tell the difference between that song and your regular track should tell you your mixes are not that good. Alright, bye everybody.
When I look into your eyes, dear, it's got me holding back the dry tears. When I look into your eyes, when I look into those eyes, when I look into your eyes, dear, and I know that I'll be fine here. I can read between the lines. When I look into those eyes, we could hit the sky if you want to. Say you wanna fly, then I got you. Tell me all your feelings, I got lost too. We don't need a thing when it's me and you. Need you to be real when it's real about you. I don't got the time to be playing with you. To be playing with you. To be playing with you. I don't care what they say, we don't gotta wait. We could fly away, maybe